the Trevor Jackson podcast.
Charlamagne the God, he was on his platform, The Brilliant Idiots, with Andrew Schultz, and they had something to say about Meek Mill, and we get ready to get into it right quick. Real spill.
Right?
Yeah.
Sadly, Pac and Biggie got,
the smaller guy always has the upside.
Meek never. I don't know.
What are you saying?
I'm just saying. Like, Meek could have just kept doing music, but for some reason he didn't. Like, something was just off after the battle. You know what I mean? And he really, honestly, he didn't really
He never recovered.
Yeah, it's strange.
Maybe he made a lot of money though.
He kind of recovered when he got with Nicki, and then it fell off again.
No, they broke up right after that.
I know, but he was like having songs out and everything.
You know what it was with Meek, man? Meek's Achilles heel to me was actually Twitter.
Yeah, for sure.
And when Drake called him Twitter fingers, no, what did he say? What was it? Was it Twitter fingers?
Yeah,
right?
Twitter fingers.
When he called them Twitter fingers,
trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers.
Trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers, and it's just like every time Meek tweets, even
it's
now
crazy,
to
bro.
this day,
it's crazy. It's pure entertainment.
And I fuck with Meek. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
I think Meek does a lot for his community. You know, he's been a great symbol for the city of Philly. I love what he does with reform, but I probably would have deleted my Twitter after Twitter fingers, and just flooded the streets with nothing but music.
You're forgetting the Diddy stuff too.
Guys,
his post and his responses on Twitter has had an impact on his career, but I don't think that he got annihilated by Drake to a point to where his career ended, because he had did some things. Jay-Z even gave him a verse after that beef with Drake. What are y'all thoughts in the comment section below? Let me know. Did Meek Mill career end after the beef with Drake, or was y'all still rocking with Meek? Let me read Meek's response to this though to y'all. So I want to make this a main post to highlight the real propaganda that's taking place in the hip hop community. I need everyone to leave a comment if you see what's happening and how they are trying to downgrade artists' brands from feeding their family. Let's go through it. The white hit also boosted. I see what they talking about when Meek right. He need to use ChatGPT to clear this shit up, because damn, nigga. The white hit also boosted didn't rumor on his major platform with no evidence. Do not go on these platforms. Only us. Can y'all see my brand back heating up now? Please leave an honest comment. Since Drake beef, I dropped 3 times platinum, Peter double platinum, Blue Notes 1 and 2 platinum, Uptown Vibes with the legend from Brooklyn Fabulous platinum, What's Free featuring Jay-Z Meek Mill, I think it's plat, Fuck On Me featuring Cardi B platinum, Scarface with Rick Ross gold, Independent Money, Respect the Game platinum, 24/7 double platinum, Dangerous platinum or double. I don't collect plaques. Championships album is double platinum. Expensive Pain gold, and it wasn't marketed correctly. I was leaving the labels. Cybertruck 5 a.m. in Philly. How far we came. He actually switched up on Drake because he helped power the Meek. Was done. Narrative was done. Now he's using the same against Drake. Drake, good with me and Jay-Z. Keep me out of this weak ass shit you on. I had a meeting with the 16 founds, a lot of new tech deals and activations just from playing around tweeting. I forgot. Proud of me. Almost platinum. 1942 flows, platinum. Whatever you need, featuring Chris Brown, platinum. Check championships. The intro is platinum. We Ball is platinum. What the fuck is he talking about? We got to keep a close eye on this cat. I feel like he is in the closet and he's gay. Man that hates successful black men unless he's doing business with them. But I could be wrong. Oh, and I'm helping pop like 10 artists off on the East Coast cashing. Man, I can't keep reading Meek tweets. Nigga, I rock with Meek heavy. And I can't read his tweets. The nigga ain't, he can't spell. Nigga putting 2 words back to back, the pronunciation and the commas, and Prius is off and all that, and you know I can't read all of that. But I want to say, Charlamagne the guy was wrong in saying that his career was over after the Drake beef. Real talk.
Insane to talk every week.
What?
We're insane to talk every week.
But we're podcasters.
But we're podcasters. Twitter, only Elon makes money. You know what I mean? Like, you could do the same talking and tweeting you could do in bars. You could just rap. You could just do it. It's a kind of crazy thing that people are actively still talking.
Yeah, man.
At that level.
Meek should have doubled, tripled down on just rap.
Just rap.
Like, cause he's nice. Like, just flood the streets with music. Let social media talk. Let them be crazy.
And you
get off Twitter. Just give them music and, you know, keep doing your
created a
community work.
song also that like Philly will play for decades.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Like they'll play that literally for decades.
Dreams and Nightmares is like PSA level at this point.
Yeah. I imagine for Philly.
No, for the world.
No, of course the world, but also the world also has PSA. Like the way
I've seen Dreams and Nightmares in another country. It's the same.
No,
effect.
I'm not trying to knock it. I'm just trying to say like the emotional connection we have for PSA, right? I'm sure Philly probably loves PSA too. And then they get Dreams and Nightmares. And if you have to ask them what we're going to come out to, what we're going to start with, in Philly, they're going to go Dreams and Nightmares.
Taylor's doing that shit at our wedding.
What we do is wrong.
Yo.
Taylor,
I'm playing Freeway.
I know Freeway. First of all, I know Freeway. Listen,
What we do is wrong.
You gonna hear the Philly wedding. Dreams and Nightmares. Freeway, what we do is wrong. And freaking No Better Love from the Young Guns.
I speak the truth. Every time I step in the booth,
Taylor already told me. Truth. Taylor said she walking out with her dad to dun dun dun.
You're not playing Beanie Siegel?
I had to cut it off, even though it was more left to play. I feel like, you know, we living in times to where it's an attention currency. Charlamagne the guy just got a $200 million contract for his podcast deal or whatever, and The Brilliant Idiots is one of the longest running podcasts in the game, along with Joe Budden podcast, and it's a cultural relevant podcast because it has a white guy from New York and a guy from South Carolina that has assimilated in New York, and he knows a lot about hip hop and the culture. He speaks about it a lot, but I don't think that he really understands it into the levels that needs to be understood at. The disrespect to Meek Mill is kind of wild. DJ Academics started it because of, you know, the one thing that I can say that was the spookiest about Meek Mill was when he was in that swimming pool and Diddy was calling that nigga daddy. He should have put him in place. That right there is something that I can't unsee, Meek. Once a nigga can't unsee something, it might be over for you. Real talk. I hope you bounce back, dog. I don't agree with Charlamagne the God. I feel like your career didn't end due to the beef with Drake. You're a very talented brother. And, you know, I'm going to continue to support your creativity, but make sure that you're creating at a high level.
The Trevor Jackson Podcast.